Egypt is the world's oldest tourism destination, with a fascinating history dating back to the start of civilization. For thousands of years, travelers have been captivated by the African nation's awe-inspiring temples and pyramids. Although most visitors to Egypt come to see the historic monuments, natural attractions also draw visitors. The Red Sea shore is famous for its coral reefs and beach resorts, while a journey over the Sahara Desert can lead travelers to a refreshing oasis. Here are the top locations to visit in Egypt. Pyramids of Giza. These tombs, of the pharaohs, Cheops, Khufu, Chephren, Khafre, and Mycerinus, Menkaure, guarded by the enigmatic Sphinx, have awed travelers throughout the ages and are usually at the top of most visitors' lists to see in Egypt, and are often the first site they head to after landing. Today, on the outskirts of Cairo's sprawl, these megalithic memorials to deceased pharaohs remain awe-inspiring sights and an unmistakable highlight of any Egypt trip. Luxor's temples and tombs. The Nile-side village of Luxor in Upper Egypt is famous for the Valley of the Kings, Karnak Temple, and the Memorial Temple of Hatshepsut. This is ancient Thebes, the power base of the New Kingdom pharaohs, and it contains more sites than most people can see in a single visit. The modern city of Luxor, with its thriving souk, the two temples of Karnak and Luxor, and the museum, are all located on the east bank of Luxor. The West Bank's lush farmland and barren cliffs are home to the vast bulk of Luxor's tourist attractions, with so many tombs and temples that it has been dubbed the world's largest open-air museum. Monastery of St. Anthony. The Monastery of St. Anthony, hidden among the jagged northern mountains of the Red Sea coast, has been a working monastery since the 4th century and is still home to around 120 monks today. Temple of Hathor. Dendara's Temple of Hathor was established in the late Pharaonic period and expanded throughout the Roman period. However, Dendara itself was an important religious site from the beginning of ancient Egypt. St. Catherine's Monastery. St. Catherine's, one of the world's oldest monasteries, is located at the foot of Mount Sinai, amid the desert mountains of the Sinai Peninsula, where Moses is claimed to have received the 10 Commandments. Siwa Oasis. Siwa, located in the western part of the Western Desert, is a peaceful tonic to the rush and bustle of Egypt's cities. This beautiful tiny oasis, bordered by date palm plantations and numerous hot water springs, is one of the most scenic sights in the Western Desert. Abydos Temple. The temple, begun by Seti I, is located within a huge necropolis site where archaeological investigations are still taking place. There are several additional temple fragments to view here, but the Temple of Osiris is the major reason most visitors come. Alexandria. Although there are few historic remnants of its illustrious past to see today, Alexandria's long seafront Corniche Road, leading to its fort, sitting on the site where its famous ancient lighthouse once sat, remains a favorite summer destination for Egyptians and foreign visitors alike, to capture cooling sea breezes. White Desert. White Desert National Park, located in the Western Desert, immediately south of Bahariya Oasis, is Egypt's strangest natural wonder. Surrealistically sculpted chalk pinnacles and massive boulders loom over the desert plateau, producing a sight that looks like icebergs stranded in a sandscape.
Egyptian Museum.
Cairo's Egyptian Museum is a treasure trove of the pharaonic era, and one of the world's great museum collections. The faded pink townhouse in central Cairo houses an array of exhibits.
The highlight of the exhibit is the hoard of golden treasures discovered in Tutankhamun's tomb in the Valley of the Kings. South Sinai's beach life.
The Sinai Peninsula's South Sinai region, in Egypt, has a beach for every type of traveler.
Sharm el-Sheikh is a European-style resort town with a plethora of luxury hotels, foreign restaurants, and entertainment options galore.
Many of the resorts here appeal to families on 1 or 2 week sun and sand breaks, and are popular with Europeans on winter sun vacations. Dahab is a low-key beach town with a backpacker heart that is as much about desert treks and adventures as it is about the sea. It is particularly well known for its low-cost dive packages and for its lagoon beach region, where windsurfing and kitesurfing are popular activities.
Explore Islamic Cairo.
The atmospheric, narrow lanes of the capital's Islamic Cairo district are crammed full of mosques, madrasas, Islamic schools of learning, and monuments dating from the Fatimid through to the Mamluk eras. This is where you'll find the labyrinth shopping souk of Khan el-Khalili, where coppersmiths and artisans still have their tiny workshops, and stalls are laden with ceramics, textiles, spice, and perfume.
Abu Simbel. Even in a land studded with temples, Abu Simbel stands out. This is Ramses II's huge temple, with colossal statues guarding the entrance and an interior lavishly decorated with wall murals. Diving the Red Sea. The Red Sea coral reefs are well known among scuba divers for their soft corals and abundance of sea life, which includes everything from colorful reef fish and nudibranchs to sharks, dolphins, turtles, rays, and even dugongs. The most well-known diving destination is Sharm el-Sheikh in the Sinai Peninsula, which is closest to the reefs of Ras Mohammed National Park as well as the reefs of the Straits of Tiran. Aswan.
Aswan, Egypt's most calm town, is situated on the Nile's sweeping curves.
Backdropped by orange-hued dunes, this is the ideal place to unwind for a few days and soak up the laid-back environment. Cruising the Nile. The Nile is what defines Egypt. A multi-day voyage on this famous canal, that saw the emergence of the pharaonic era, is a highlight of many visitors.
Cruising the Nile is also the most comfortable way to see the temples that dot the river's banks between Luxor and Aswan, and sunrise and sunset, over the date palm-studded river banks, backed by sand dunes, are among Egypt's most calm sights.